My sister has always had a soft heart, soft as sweetbread. She cried after the old woman, despite everything, maybe because of everything. I remember holding her as she wept, both of us covered in soot, her fingers scalded from holding shut the oven door. After the tears, she was quiet. She trailed me through the awful house with its sweetbread walls and sugared windows. I found the clothes we'd arrived in, offered up her kirtle, and she donned it without a word. She showed no whisper of response when we found the treasure in the attic, only nodded vaguely when I asked her to help me fill up the few bags we could easily carry back through the woods. I do not want to go back there. It was the first she'd spoken in hours. I hesitated outside the witch's cottage, looking back over my shoulder at her. I do not want to go back to them. I sighed. Nor do I. But where else can we go? She wrung her fingers together in front of her skirt, eyes downcast, and her teeth digging into her lower lip. Eventually, though, she nodded. Fine, you're right. She looked back at the house. Wait 1 minute. There may be something left in the kitchen. The kitchen, I repeated in horror, but she only nodded. Yes, she did not think I paid attention, but I did. I know which of her potions might be useful. If nothing else, we can sell them when we get back. Though there was no trail this time, she seemed to know her way through the trees. I asked how once when we paused to wait out the dark, but all she said was that she simply knew now, as though the forest spoke to her in a way it hadn't before. When the trees broke apart to reveal the familiar shape of our father's home, she froze. Then she broke into a run, and I was only half a step behind her. The door was already opening when we reached the stoop, and our father met us with his arms open and tears in his eyes. He held us close and apologized over and over, praising the Lord's name. Our father explained that our stepmother had been stricken ill not long after we left. She was in her room now, asleep, and had been for days. He did not expect her to recover, though he had been following the physician's orders as best he could. My sister knelt beside the hateful woman and smoothed a hand over her brow in a gesture so tender it made me want to break something. Here, she tipped one of the witch's vials against her lips. This will help. We should celebrate your return, our stepmother exclaimed, a shawl wrapped around her shoulders, but no other sign of her illness remaining. What do you wish for supper, my darlings? Sweetbread. I jerked around to stare at my sister, eyes wide and mouth agape. She did not so much as glance at me, but I felt her hand take mine under the table. It took our stepmother first, a faint cough, a furrow in her brow. She looked up with confusion, which changed quickly to a horrified realization as she stared at my sister. You, our father choked, red spattering his lips. I looked away, squeezing my sister's hand tight, where she had once more taken it beneath the table. Then she simply stood, her hand still in mine. We were both silent as we gathered up our bags, still unpacked, by the front door, and stepped out into the cool evening. You're afraid? I swallowed. Oh, yes. She smiled at me, squeezed my hand again, and all I felt was cold. You do not need to be. I will protect you.